All right, we are going to start looking at the Elevate program. This is just a brief introduction on navigating the Savas Realize Elevate program. If you are a teacher that teaches all subjects and you're using more than one of the Pearson/Savas programs, they are similar, but they are different. One of the things with my view is it's one lesson per day versus with science, it's very different and very flexible. So I'm going to do my best to explain that to you and hopefully give you some guidance on where to start. With anything, I highly recommend doing some pre-work and really getting to know the course on your own as well. They do have Navigating Your Digital course here, and inside this folder, there are 2 different resources for you to look at. I remember watching them. They did not take me very long, so I do suggest just familiarizing yourself with those 2 things. The next thing is, unlike my view, where when you start you can immediately access the teacher's manual, science is organized very differently. You're going to have to go into each different category to get your teacher's materials. So I just clicked inside of the first big unit. And then you can see like some of the other programs. Now we have our chapters here. Now, I will go ahead and say the pacing for this is very different, and it will be your discretion on how that's paced out. And we're going to talk more about that. The topic launch is your engage. It hooks your students and is going to start them on their big idea and get them excited for learning. When you click in this folder, you'll see the teacher resources. Now we have some. Just a few things to keep in mind. Here is your teacher's manual or your teacher's edition. It's a teacher e-text. Right here, I find this very helpful. It's a modeling video. So someone's actually going to model for you some of the big demonstrations or labs. If you choose to do so, here's a letter home, and then also in another language, the letter home in Spanish. So we're on this main page in this kickoff, the quest kickoff. And again, this is just to hook your students. There's a song in here, a coloring activity, and I will show you how to organize these materials in another video. Then it's like that for everything in this program. So if I wanted to, so we did our topic launch. Now we're ready to get into rocks and minerals. I have to actually click into this folder to find all of the related resources. So here I would have my teacher's resources. I have an answer key, an enrichment activity, and then my e-text. So you will need to click into each subsection to get your materials. So same with the closing. We're wrapping up that quest in our closing, and we've got just our e-text here. And just like my view, you can assign it to students. I do know that the science program does have leveled readers. I have not explored these, but also like my view, I think that we could narrow it down to a particular family, or not family, ranking letter system. And then right now I'm in 2nd grade, so maybe I want something on level. And then I could dig through these resources. I could sort them by type, the purpose, etc. You do have your resource library up here as well. I find this somewhat overwhelming to dig through, but just know that it is there if you want it. Also, you have your student e-text here and your teacher e-text. So if you wanted to do this whole group, you could pull this up, or if you want your full teacher's edition, you could look at it here.